Today is Thursday, May 22nd, 2020. This is Carl Dahm with the trading code on the 2060 Fly. First thing I always do is go to my management questions, my 2060 Fly management questions, and looking at those, I know I have 7 questions to ask. Question number 1, did the position hit profit target? I know that if I answer yes to any of these questions, I have to do something different. And the answer to that question is yes, because you can see that it's no longer a working order, and it got filled earlier today at 6:42. I'm on Pacific time for our profit target, so we made more money. We hit our profit target again. So what are we going to do? Well, if yes to any above, then okay. So if yes to number 1, then take the position off, which I did, and open a new position. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open a new position. This is what my goal is actually, hitting profit target, opening new positions, hitting profit target, opening new positions. This is what my plan is. This is what I like to do. This is what the way the system, the way I want it to work. Okay, so what do we do? And now I'm going to go ahead and go over to my 2060 Fly rules. It's the other PDF that came with this course. There's only 2. So this is the first one. This is how to open up. So the first thing is apply 1 tranche for every 4,000 in the account. If I had 16,000, I'd do 4 tranches, but I have less than 16, so I will do 3 tranches. And then I go to the closest strikes to 45 DTE. And then I use the negative 20 delta to go short on the put side. So here's the calls, here's the puts. I'm going to go to negative 20 delta. Here's my deltas. There's one that's negative 20. So I'm going to sell that one. And then on the call side, I am also going to do the same strike as whatever I did here. On the call, I'm going to sell. So I'll add that one in. So I know I've got my shorts here. And on my put side, I'm going to go 50 points further away from the money. So that would be up. So 2,700 or 2,650. That's 50 points I'm going to buy. Now, the one that I buy, which is the call, which is going to be further out of the money, this is the one that gets a little more tricky, and this is kind of where you have to kind of determine which is the right one. I usually start with about 35 points, and then I kind of work my way around that. So I don't have 27.35, so I'll go to 27.30. I'll buy that long, and then I'll kind of look at this. Look at the deltas on this position. Let me move this to 3 so I don't forget about that. So what is the deltas on this? Well, what I need to do is I need to what I need to do is analyze the trade. So let's go here, get rid of all this stuff and just go to this specific trade. Look at the deltas there. Let's see right here, 2.7. Now I want to be neutral as possible. So I'll move this long call. That's the one that I always play with. Right here, this +3, this call. Let's see if we went to 27.40. What would the delta be? Ooh, that's even really super neutral right there. That's more than likely going to be the one that we choose. So I can try the 27.45, but you can see that doesn't work well in terms of the deltas. So we'll go to 27.40. We know our deltas are very flat there, so we're going to choose that one. Okay, and let's unlock this. You can see we're going to have a UEL, or an upper expiration line, that's positive. Look at this number here. It's positive 120, 135. By the time we put the trade on, we may not get positive UEL, but we have an idea of what it's going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to hit create duplicate order. and unlock this. Kind of watch it for a little bit. We want to get as high as a credit as possible. Make sure that we're doing 3 tranches. We are. You know, we've seen it hanging around that 40, 30, 40, 35, 40, 30, 40, 15, 40, 40, 40, 45. So I'm going to start at 40, 70 just to make sure that I get like the highest credit that I can. And I'm going to go ahead and place that order. And I'm going to work my way down. You can see this mark kind of pushing up a little bit. I saw it at 40.90. That's when I get a little conservative about moving it down when I see it move up like that. And I could sit here and wait until I get filled and possibly never get filled, possibly get filled, but I'm going to keep moving it down because I want to get filled right now. Okay, it just got filled, and you can see that it filled one at a time, which means you got to, you know, the pricing was probably pretty good, but then when you look at the slippage, in other words, how much am I down for the day? I was actually down earlier from my first position for the day by $15, so it's pretty good, you know, pretty even on the slippage there. Got a pretty good price. Good fill. Okay, so what do we do next? Well, we want to be able to take profits on this trade, so we're going to go ahead and put in our order, and hopefully it'll get filled. And so what order are we going to put in? Well, we're going to go ahead and right click here and hit analyze trade. Let's get rid of that one. Let's go ahead and do 3. Okay, and we got 40.30. That was the price we got, right? Yep. Now as I read through here, profit target is 3% of the margin used. We can talk about the margin used here. It's really 14,500 minus 11,600. It's around $3,000 times 0.03%. So looking at about an $87 profit target. I usually like to use about 60. So you can go either way. You can use the 3% or you can go to 60. 60 is usually a good profit target per tranche. So I'm going to go for $180 here. So we know this is what we got the fill for. So let's go ahead and analyze opposite trade. And let's keep moving this. Well, let's get rid of these guys and just use these two. So that's the open. You can see our UEL was $90 down here. And here's a $30 profit. If we were to buy it back for that, we want to make $180. So $39.70, that's our target profit. And we have 3 tranches, so we're going to go ahead and right click that, hit create duplicate order, and we're going to go to the GTC, make sure that's locked, $39.70, that's what we want to get, confirm and send. And now we have our GTC order ready to go. And tomorrow we'll come in and we will manage the position. Here's my P&L. So remember, if you want a credible mentor, get their P&L.